You're not much of a man anyway. Imagine hearing those words. Now, I doubt many men would have actually heard those comments before. It's usually through less obvious comments and through actions. But what is it that's actually led to this moment? Why do some women have a complete lack of respect for some men? Is there something fundamentally wrong with this woman? Or is the responsibility on the men? Are all women a lost cause due to feminism, or do men just need to do better? In this video, I'll be covering 4 things which will turn a woman completely off and prevent her from obeying you. So just a quick intro on myself. My name is Yahya Growth. I'm a fully accredited relationship coach, a men's coach, and a former dating coach. And the short answer to this video is that women, who are largely feminine, will not obey a man unless he is masculine. So now that poses the questions: what is masculinity and how do I become more masculine? In the West, we have a very warped perception and idea of what masculinity is, what it is to be a man. The terms toxic masculinity and misogyny are so easily thrown around for things which men just find natural, and this leaves a lot of men shying away from what God has given them. But the funny thing is, women will not obey a man unless he shows those traits of being toxically masculine, because it's these same traits that women actually respect. So by giving you 4 different things which women will respect about you, I'm essentially giving you 4 things that will lead to a woman obeying you. So before we get started, make sure you like the video and subscribe. That helps push the video. If you want to see more short form content, I post 5 times a week on Instagram, so go follow me there. Let's get into the video. Yeah, of course, yeah, why not? Yeah, just for you. A man who is too agreeable and lets everything slide is a man that a woman just cannot respect and therefore will never obey. There will be times in your relationship as a man that you need to say no to something that she really wants for the sake of the long-term success of your relationship. Remember that you are the one in control. If you ever see a relationship where the woman is control, they always fall flat on their face. And if you don't believe me, think of 5 relationships where the woman is in control, whether that be celebrities or even in your own personal life. Think of 5. You will struggle. But think of 5 the other way around, where men are the leaders, and you'll easily be able to do that. And plus, this is a God-given right for men. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has entrusted men with this responsibility. And stopping this kind of behavior is usually very difficult for the typical nice guy, because he just wants to make women happy. Especially since society and media and films and everything that you've been consuming has been telling you since you were young that you need to be that Prince Charming. You need to treat her exactly how she wants to be treated. Boring. Women love excitement. And there's nothing exciting about getting exactly what you want when you want all the time. It gets so quick, and the truth is, women love a man who can take control of the situation. They want to be able to enjoy the journey, not be in the driver's seat. Now look, there are obviously exceptions to the rule. There are men who are a lot more feminine and who would struggle to do any of this, and it wouldn't feel natural for them. And there are women who are more masculine and they love to take control. But these are exceptions to the rule. These are not common occurrences, and therefore it's not really worth talking about. Brothers, put your foot down. If you do not like something and it actually makes sense, just say no. If you think that something would be detrimental to the success of your relationship long term, explain to her why and just say no. And now obviously this doesn't mean that you can't say yes to things, but you need to make sure that it's on your terms and that it makes sense for your relationship. To put it simply, women love a man who is capable of destruction, who can fight if he needs to, but chooses to control himself. So if you're a bad boy but you struggle to follow moral guidelines, usually religious, a woman may still be attracted to you, but she will struggle to obey you. Men who do the right thing, especially when it's difficult, and they stand up for what they believe in, they will always find it much easier to get a woman to obey them. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're Chad or whatever. Actually no, let's use a more relevant name. Omar. You have many of the qualities that women are looking for. You're tall, you're muscular, you have a thick beard, you have money. If you then start talking about people behind their backs to your girl, and she sees you maybe stealing some things from a shop, maybe she witnesses you missing prayers, or even witnesses you drinking alcohol. She'll still be attracted to you physically and sexually, but that desire to obey you will be reduced. She'll be questioning whether she can trust a man with such shaky morals. She'll start thinking, is he going to talk about me behind my back? And then other questions like, is he cheating on me? What is he doing in his spare time? And can you really blame her? When someone follows the same moral guidelines that you follow, you don't feel the need to be so worried about the decisions that they make in life. Remember that the man is the one in control, so she will struggle to obey you. And just a quick note, just a disclaimer, a Muslim woman does not need to obey her husband if he is going against Islam. So to have a successful marriage, women should always select for piety as number one. How practicing is he? How knowledgeable in Islam? You know, how strong is his iman? These are things which will lead to a successful marriage because he will always be operating under the same moral guidelines as she is. A total lack of ambition, being content with mediocrity, or a total lack of discipline. These three things are all intertwined, and all three things make it extremely difficult for a woman to obey you. So despite everything we've heard about gold diggers and money, a woman will not always just go for the richest guy, especially if he has not earned that money himself. Instead, she will go for the guy who has the brightest future. If a man is rich as a result of his own work, that's amazing, but he needs to make sure that he continues this even after securing a girl. Otherwise, he is no longer the man who she was attracted to in the first place. Think about that for a second. The thing that she was initially attracted to, you've just turned off. And as a result, I guess you've turned her off as well. Now, the good news for guys who are not yet rich, women find indications of you potentially becoming rich, or at least comfortable with money, attractive. So if you're driven and you're busy working on projects, she will know that whatever happens, whatever comes your way, you will take it on and you will make it work. And remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can take everything from you in a blink of an eye. So yes, the rich guy who became lazy will have the knowledge and the know-how to become rich again. But will he have that work ethic? Will he have the determination and motivation? Probably not compared to the other guy who's working day in, day out. Having to build a whole empire after you became lazy is an extremely big ask. So if a woman knows that you are on a mission that will take you places, she will want to come on board. And as a result, she respects your drive, your work ethic, and your ambition, and therefore will be willing to obey you. Now, this one might be a bit difficult to understand, and I may even have women who disagree with it, but it's probably because they've never been in that position before. But ask any woman who's experienced a guy who's been way too into her if she likes it. It turns her off big time. If you're more interested in her than she is in you, you're essentially pedestalizing her and putting her above you. If you're always available for her, she will get bored. How can she miss you if you never leave? Complimenting her, telling her she is the most beautiful, most amazing girl that you've ever seen and met. Remember that most guys would do this, so you are not standing out from the crowd. And some women may like this for a period of time, but after a while she'll be asking, why is he saying this to me? She'll be asking, is he the best guy that I can get? Surely if you're giving her this much attention, it means that she can get a better guy. She'll be asking herself if she is settling. If you are this desperate to keep her, she'll be thinking, surely I can do better. And by the way, this is just a natural thought process, and I wouldn't even call it a thought process. It's more so a feeling for women. Women usually go with their emotions and how they feel. They don't break that something down like men do typically. So she won't be thinking, oh, he's so desperate, I'm not as into him as he is into me, that means that I can do better. It's not that. It's just a feeling she will get, like almost like an ick. Like if you're always available for her, you're always wanting to spend time with her, you're always complimenting her, she's gonna start to think, can I do better? Alternatively, you stay together and she treats you not very nicely because she knows she's much higher than you. And all of this links back to ambition. She'll be thinking, why is he so available? Is he not working hard? And on the original point of a woman obeying a man, ask yourself this. What is the likelihood of somebody who has been pedestalized obeying the person who has pedestalized them? Absolutely zero. Rationally and logically, it makes absolutely no sense to do so. If you are above somebody, why would you obey them? That's like your manager at work listening and obeying you. Instead, what you want to do is show her that you like her, but do not go overboard. You want to use compliments sparingly. If you compliment her too much, she will get used to it very quickly. Everything new becomes old, remember, and your words will lose value. Instead, make her earn the compliments. Compliment her when she's just done something really good, or catch her by surprise. You need to be busy working on your personal projects for periods throughout the whole day. This will cause her to miss you. Make sure that the time you spend together is exciting, usually in a positive way. This will make her crave your attention. Notice how I said usually positive, meaning that women love excitement, regardless of positive or negative. But for the sake of your relationship, keep it to largely positive. She needs to be aware that there is a possibility that you could walk away if she messes up, which for some may seem a bit harsh, but you need to remind her that she is not the one in control. She must obey you. She needs to be more interested in you than you are interested in her. Only talk about exciting and interesting things going on in your life. She needs to feel like she got the best guy. And brothers, this is how you get a woman to obey you. It may not be the things that women watching this video wanted to hear. It's not the politically correct nonsense that they are fed. The truth is, women do not really know what they desire until a masculine man comes and tells them.